But if he's like, oh, they playing them, I know they're gonna lose. But they ain't helping.
I'm the guy who goes Lions 09. We about to crush Dallas. We crushing Tampa. Bring it on. Get smacked. I don't give a shit. So what? See us next season.
But if they win, you be like, what?
I told y'all we was gonna win. Like, what's up? You like 1-12. Y'all 1-12. I don't give a shit. We said the best. Like I'm that guy all day.
Yeah.
Only because it doesn't mean anything. I go like, hey man, I'm gonna say this. Like we were talking about the whole. I call Heat for having talking about Denzel Washington's son.
Oh yeah.
Being bigger because his dad is. Right. Like you hate. I'm like, I didn't say he's a trash actor. He's not that great to be headlining movies.
And I'm going piggyback off of that. I think. Here we go. Ready for this?
Let's do it.
Ready for this? I'm gonna go wrong.
Okay. Right. Take that condom off the eye.
Come on. I feel like this is gonna be a great soundbite. I feel like Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Denzel Washington has all played themselves. Right. The difference between Denzel Washington is he had better scripts and directors.
Okay.
Bruce Willis has played himself and he has failed miserably getting great scripts.
Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger never changed his accent. And they never even justified.
You do American accent? No. This is it.
And it's like they're playing themselves numerous times in different variants of themselves.
Yeah.
It's never a time. I mean, of course, you can go from Denzel Washington has been a pastor and also he's been a villain, but he's playing Denzel Washington. It's never like I've lost track of who is this kid, man.
I think what happens is that eventually you get paid to be you, right? Like, hey, I need that Denzel thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need you to go be Malcolm X right now.
Absolutely.
But I think in the early days they play different people. I haven't seen a whole lot now. Arnold, you're 100% right about that. I don't see that Bruce. I just don't know a lot of his early movies outside of Die Hard.
That's what I'm saying. Though. He's played himself.
I can't tell you a whole lot. What was a Scotland movie? Wasn't that him? No, that's not Bruce Willis. That was Mel Gibson.
I can give you, like he played like Hostage.
Looper?
Yeah, he's played himself, man. He's just getting bad scripts. Nicolas Cage. He plays himself numerous times, and then when I found out that Bruce Willis and Nicolas Cage purposely picked these movies because for the sake of easy math, if it's $100,000 budget, he's getting like $60,000, and the rest of the budget is going to like those C-list actors.
Right, a crew.
Right.
About that money.
And it's like, would you do that? If like I see where my career is going, would you be like, would you be like, hey, the budget is $100,000. I'm willing to get paid $20,000 so you can get 3 other 20,000 people.
I would say like this. I think we talked about this before about Tom Brady. Tom Brady takes less money now, so he can have the best things. Right. Early on, it depends on where I want my career. Right, like if I want to be in an Oscar movie talk, I just probably take less money.
Right.
But if I just want to make some money, if I just want to be the highest paid, well, give me that money. Yeah. It's like if I already established myself as a great actor, like Bruce Willis established himself as a blockbuster actor early on. So now I was like, I got to pay for these 3 houses I have. You know what I mean? There's other people, Leonardo DiCaprio came up, and Brad Pitt came up, and like Tony Stark, or what's his name, Robert Downey Jr. So now I'm like, am I gonna go fight for Iron Man, or am I gonna go take the Copper Man, or I can make
Copper Man's budget?
Yeah, here's a $20 million movie. Oh, great, gonna give me 15 of it. You taking $15 million?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go get that bread.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see, but what Denzel does very well is Denzel will go do a big blockbuster movie, right? Something that they'll pair him up with some white dude, right? They'll pair him up with a white guy. He'll go make $20 million, and he'll go do his own movie. He'll go do Fences. He'll go do The Great Debaters. He'll go do The Book of Jordan, whatever he just did. So he'll take that big payday. Go ahead, give me that. I'll just suck and dive for you guys, and I'll go do these black movies, which he does all the time. Right. Denzel's always gonna go do black director, black movie, blah blah blah. But he's got to go do the other stuff. Yeah. And I think he does a lot of deals. I think he's like, cool, I'll go do this movie with he did a movie with Ryan Reynolds. He did one with what's the dude from I don't know. I'm thinking he does other Will Ferrell comedy movies too. Mark Wahlberg. He'll go find. He did one with
what was that? First comedy.
What?
The one he did with Mark Wahlberg.
2 Guns. Yep. And then he did. What was that one kid? Chris Pine on the train.
Pelham.
No, that was with John Travolta.
Oh,
there was one called like Unstoppable.
Unstoppable, the train.
Yeah, and then like, so I just got to stay on the train.
Yeah, and then the one Ryan Reynolds was Safe House.
Yeah. So he'll just go do these movies. Who's the white guy you want me to pair up with now?
Oh, those white people, man.
He does, because then he'll go do Fences. He'll go do The Great Debaters.
Oh wait,
the way he just did the Book of Jordan, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
he directed it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying, so then he'll go run his own production.
Co-star, though.
Sometimes, because he did Fences with Viola Davis.
When's the last time he co-starred with a black person?
Viola Davis Fences?
Come on, man.
That's not that long.
A black icon like that, you gotta do your Beyonce on. She does nothing but black stuff now.
What do you mean?
He has to only do stuff with black people, man.
He doesn't have to do that.
He's done enough with white people.
A lot of these people won't make these movies. Nobody's making Fences. It's not a studio who goes, sure, Fences sounds like it sell a lot. They're not gonna do that movie.
Even Equalizer.
And he did Black Mile Raimi, whatever. There no studios doing that movie without the Denzel name, and I'm assuming that he does a movie for them also. But no one's financing these movies. They're not gonna do it. They're not doing them. Otherwise, you see a ton of black movies around.
Why don't you co-star like Jamie Foxx or Samuel Jackson? You don't co-star with black people, man. I like that.
What do you mean?
He's an icon. Denzel Washington's an icon.
Wait, you gotta remember, Denzel's a real actor. He just did that Macbeth. He's a real Shakespearean. He did it on Broadway. He's a real. So when you see Denzel in those blockbuster movies, he doesn't like when he does an Antoine Fuqua movie, he's gonna be acting his ass off.
With a white person.
Maybe not training for him. Ethan Hawke.
Why?
That's the big blockbusters. But then when he does his own movies, they're all black.
Yo.
And Viola Davis be killing. Him and Viola Davis were probably the greatest duo of actors on one stage.
Sure, but they already did the stage though. They were the same characters on stage.
Yes, he wanted to bring it to the people.
Right, but what I'm saying is, why Denzel Washington don't do black movies with black people?
He does. You're talking about with other big A-lister movies?
Samuel Jackson, Jamie Foxx, Will Smith. These are all big.
Where you go, Dion?
Pair them up, man.
Okay, Will's getting $20 million movie. Okay, Denzel's getting $20 million movie. That's $40 million for 2 actors.
What are you saying? So you think if they were both getting on the back end?
Unless they're doing a Marvel movie, but they plan to make $1 billion, they're not doing that.
Why not?
Because no, it's not worth it to a
I've
studio.
never seen a movie that had like a load of like Death at the Funeral. I know they weren't all at the prime. There's a lot of A-list actors in there.
Do you think that studio would pay for that again? And that was through Screen Gems, which was their black version of Sony. That was under their black distribution of Sony. So they go, well, how much money did it cost? Because if it's cost efficient, they'll do it. But if you go, I gotta pay Martin $5 million, Chris Rock $5 million, Tracy Morgan $5 million. I'm not paying these guys that. They're not doing it. It's not worth it to do a $20 million movie and give these guys $15 million. Hey, I can give you guys $1 million if it's worth it. And it's all about money. We know it. It's all about is this going to be when they paid all that money for $100 million for Amazon? They did Come to America 2, right? Not a great movie. A lot of black. I don't know how much it cost to do, but I know right away before it was even sold. Amazon said here's $100 million. That's not inside like probably whatever deals they have behind that.
Right,
so here's way more than the money you spent, which probably mostly goes to Eddie, right? Yep. And then everybody else was Eddie. Wesley Snipes in there. We had what's his name? Arsenio. We know.
Fowler, Leslie, yeah.
So you're gonna do this thing, but it's like this is worth the budget because we got $100 million already.
Yeah.
Right? You try to get $100 million for a movie, but most comedies, no one's trying to do a $100 million comedy.
We're talking about Denzel Washington.
We're talking about Denzel Washington.
He can be a villain again. That's what we want to see.
Which would be great.
Let's see, and to see something like
You're not putting him with Will Smith in there
Will
because
Smith's a hero.
Well, who? Unless they're both.
Let them humble themselves. Hey, we need this.
They might. Like I'm sure Will took less money. What did Stream Network did? It came out HBO Max. King Richard. I don't know how much he got paid for it.
Right.
It's hard for me to believe that in Oscar talks that he's getting. He took less than 10, 15 mil. Will's a blockbuster movie you're gonna go watch because of Will Smith.
He got enough, 10, 15 mil?
I'm only assuming because it looked like a lower budget.
Right.
I have no idea. I have zero idea.
Right.
But I heard he got a big payday for Bright.
Yeah. I remember my mind could not wrap my brain around the fact that this was 2003. Arnold Schwarzenegger did not want to do Terminator 3. Mm-hmm. They paid him $70 million to come back for Terminator 3.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, I've never in my life, as of now, I can talk about now, at the age of 39, mm-hmm. I don't think if all my paychecks added up together, I don't think I made $1 million. Can you honestly say that?
I have no idea. I'm sure it's not close.
Because you think like, yeah, no, you think 100,000.
No, I'm thinking especially all these $15 an hour jobs. Like, hey, ain't no way I'm close to $1 million.
Right, I'm thinking like $70 million.
I made the most money I've ever made these last few years. It's not close
to $1 million.
It's not close to 100,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It boggles me when people get paid that much money.
Yeah.
$70 million.
I mean, I wish we were looking it up because like, you got to see how much money that movie made. They're like, right, cause he's big internationally. Right. So you go domestic, we'll probably make $100 million here. Yeah. I can make $500 million on this movie. That's worth $70 million. Yeah. Right? You go like, that's worth it. So especially now, bro, like it's harder to get comedies on because nobody's paying $20 million for it. No one's paying that. They're like, if we make $100 million off a $20 million movie, great. But if I only make $50 million off a $20 million movie, like it's cool.
You gotta add some action to it, kind of blend
it. It just depends because is it worth it? But now these Marvel movies, they're kind of not ruining the movie industry, but they go, I'm looking for $1 billion. You don't hit $1 billion, it's a failure.
Yeah.
You know, like Avatar 2's coming up. Like we gotta hit $1 billion.
They waited way too long.
But they shot 2 and 3 together, so it didn't probably work out.
Way too long.
So no matter what,
Matrix 2 and 3. That was
it wasn't a great story either way. Neither was Avatar a great story.
So the problem is when you make, here's what Hollywood does. You create a great one-off script.
Yeah.
They be like, yo, you guys are groundbreaking. We need 2 more. Mm-hmm. We made enough money to make a whole trilogy. What else you got? It's like we kind of capped out in that first movie.
Yeah.
Can you create a world around that? It's like, we could probably.
But if somebody says, hey, we want to do the Deion Lack story, right. All about your life.
Up front, I can do that. Okay, I'm not going to cap out on the first movie.
Okay, but you make, your budget's $5 million, you make $100 million. Okay?
Yeah.
They're going to do a sequel.
Yeah.
Deion.
We're doing a prequel.
We give you $100 million now to do another movie. Mm-hmm. It's not that same 5. Right. I command this much now.
Absolutely.
You're like, bro, it was actually literally I died at the end. Right. Like, how am I supposed to do whatever you got to do to figure out? Right. Here's life-changing money. No matter what.
Yes, I get it. The problem is you got to defect Neo. He was a Superman. Mm-hmm. In the first movie, so you got to figure out a way to make him handicapped again. Like now they had all the characters. They based the movie based around Jada and the people that was defective. And Neo swooped in and saved him.
You're gonna see this with most movies. Is that first off, the movie's about this character. The sequel's usually about the world, right? Even with what's that movie Keanu did? John Wick. You just see the world opening up more and getting bigger because they're like, well, we already told the story. Right. We got his origin story. He got his goal at the end. So now let's open the world. It's what most sequels do. Sure. They go like, great, now we got to make this on a bigger scale.
The first one was a journey.
Yeah, for sure.
We seen glimpses of him becoming the one.
Right.
Like it's happening. Like, hey, how'd you move like that? Yeah. Like, what do you mean? You move like them.
The Matrix is a love story.
Right. But it was like he slowly.
For some reason.
It's all about if you believe, and that's what I loved about it. It was like you always had it, but if you believe it, you can become there. And at the end, he finally believed. So what happened? He believes now.
Right.
That was now the world is opened up. And then when it ended, I was like, this was the greatest movie ever.
Yeah,
it unlocked so much. It was like, another one. I was like, I really feel like I gotta give him like jack up his brain to make him feel like he can't believe anymore. When they messed up when they put Anderson into the real world, I was like, damn it, dude, what y'all doing?
They messed up when they kept it about Trinity. I was like, if y'all don't get this plain boring chick out of here, they had a better keeping it about Nairobi. Jada Phoenix character. We actually had some fire to it. And
the video game.
Yeah, the first Matrix, Trinity was cool. After that, she was useless. And then they're getting it on in Zion. I was like, we're gonna do a sex scene in Zion. They tried to build that love story so much, and that was.
You remember Matrix 2? When they came back from the journey, and the black dude with the dreadlocks came in. And he's like, "Where's my head?" I was like, "What man wants it to?"
Bro, I'm a gay. I remember that. Where's my head? I was like, "Hey, I've been on a journey. Hey, wife, I love you. I missed you, but none of that." I saw that. I was like,
"You a barbarian?" I was like, "There's no way. Even if I am playing with my wife, I'm never gonna walk in not knowing."
One of the white writers was like, "That dude would say that. He doesn't care about his family, his wife. I don't love him."
Where do you think your children is at? Where do you think they're at? Like, why would they not be there?
He walked in and was like, "I don't give a fuck what's happening in this house. I need that vagina on."
Did you forget that you had children? You said, "Hey, guess who's here? Where's my daddy?"
I remember that being like, "Yo, why would you walk in the door?"
Well, you know when she's on her period.
Like when I miss my kid, I walk in the house. I'm like, "Yo, you okay, little girl? Move. Can't wait to tear this up. Let me go see my."
Spend some time with your children before you get some of that.
That's crazy.
Insane.
And nobody else in there had like, that's not even this type of movie, bro. Like, it's not even this type of movie. Why did they give him that line? Where's my pussy?
And he didn't even like. Don't you think it's a little bit?
He might be like, hey, you know what's funny? Can you stick the line? Yeah.
They didn't say, let's try something different. Like, let's keep that. I like that. Like, let's go make a cut.
I was like, man, that was super whack.
Yeah.
I don't like how movies, man, they'll just like, they don't make black men loving family people. Like, we don't get to be the loving fathers, you know?
I'm sure I'll find something like that.
I watch so much stuff online, and there's so many loving dads, and then you watch a movie, and it's just like, you gotta be. It's just never like, oh, the dad loves this son. John Q might have been it.
I think that was insane.
John Q?
I would have left her.
What do you mean? She was like, you gotta figure it out.
Well, we gotta find another child. You want me to cry? No, that's insane.
You're not holding a hospital hostage for your daughters?
That's a lot. I would have lied and said I had the insurance. Like I would have borrowed credit cards or something, but I'm not holding up a hostage. You better do something, John.
Would you kill yourself so your daughters could live?
Kill myself?
Yeah, they need a new heart.
Both of them?
You gotta split the heart in two. One needs a heart, one needs a kidney.
Oh boy.
Or what's that? I guess a liver. Something you can't. You can live with one kidney. Yeah, you gotta give them. You gotta harvest your organs so your family can live.
Let me ask you this. That's a funny question. This is actually more of a.
Deion's saying no daughters.
No, because
I can make more of you. I want kids.
That's the question I'm gonna ask. At what age you be like, This baby's an hour old. You want me to kill myself? I can make another one. Would you like possibly put your life on the line to save this child?
You know what's funny? I had to ask Yo, if something went awry, who am I saving? Like the kid or you? Like, something happens, like we only save one.
Yeah.
So what am I doing? She was like,
yeah.
Which I wasn't mad. I was like, okay, I'm glad you said that too, because I can't raise a kid. I was like, I can't do this without you.
Yeah,
But I was like,
you had your hand on both of them like this on a cliff.
well, at that point, I gotta save the kid.
Because she's lighter.
And I'm like, she's gonna be like, save our kid. I'd be like, save the kid.
You just like, Izzy, get on your back. You pull
We
away.
hang about it. Yeah, I'm like, man, that's a horrible.
That was like the ending of Good Son.
Good son.
That was a great ending.
Good Son was
Do
good.
you save your actual child
Yeah.
who has been an asshole who tried to kill you, or do you change save
nephew or nephew,
that has been nothing but a
That's
saint?
sweet angel. She's like, I know this kid is evil. My son is evil.
Right.
Macaulay Culkin was killing.
Ooh.
Is he the greatest child actor of all time?
Diverse, yes.
You gotta go.
Or not reverse. What's her name? From E.T.
Oh, it was Reese Witherspoon.
That's not Reese Witherspoon. That's
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. She's very diverse. She has some serious roles. She has some.
You gotta go all the way back to who's the little curly hair girl tap dancing?
Curly Sue?
No. Who? Who's Curly Sue?
You never know Sue?
No. You know I'm talking about? Shirley Temple.
You know what? I was trying to say Shirley too. I was trying to say Shirley.
Yeah, I said, no, girl who ran for president. She was an actress first. Yes, she was. She did. Mama, I need a new bag. Mama, stop beating me. All the movies were series of
Mama
mamas.
was in the year. Mama, who made this potato?
Yeah, Shirley Temple. She has got to be like the reigning queen of child actors.
Yeah.
And then you got who's the girl who did? You had Haley Joel Osment, who did Sixth Sense back in.
Oh yeah.
And then
he didn't age well.
No, he did not.
Right.
And then you had who's the girl, the little white girl who was in with Denzel. Man on Fire.
Chloe.
Nope.
That's not her. Chloe.
That is not her.
She was also in Cat in the Hat. I know you're talking about. She was also in Cat in the
No, I
Hat.
didn't see Cat in the Hat because I'm an adult. I'm an adult. Nothing but cartoon kid movies.
And my guy who stars in Ozark, he was a child actor.
Who? Oh, Jason Bateman.
Yeah, I love him, dude.
I can't tell you. Oh, maybe he did. No, he wasn't in Stand By Me. That was Sutherland. Kiefer. What a stupid name. Kiefer.
I'm gonna do that name for somebody. Hey man, can I speak to Kiefer?
Kiefer. What's up, Kiefer?
It's like an insult, don't it?
Kiefer. It sounds like some European insult. Like,
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know he's a Kiefer.
Wait, you mean to tell me he sucks gas out of people's asses?
Yeah, he's a Kiefer.
He's a keeper.
He's a Kiefer. You don't want to do it.
That's how he's a keeper, but you got a lisp. He's like, oh, yeah,
He's
you should definitely marry him. He's a keeper.
He's a Kiefer. That's funny.
Sequels, man. I don't like it. You
don't like sequels at all?
I don't like forced sequels if you don't have the universe made.
All right.
But there's not a lot of sequels that got better. There is some that's like first was great, 2 was great, and then went back down.
Yeah, John Wick has gotten better each time.
Really?
I think I love John Wick. I love them all.
I thought the second was iffy.
What?
The third one was better.
The third one was great. 2 was great. What are you talking about?
2 was when he became.
When the dude blew up his house,
Right.
he had to go to him and Common had that fight. He had to go to Italy. The whole
Actually, I'm lying. I think 2 was better than 3. 3 was building the world, and I was like, okay, now y'all feel this like Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 was not good.
That's what I'm saying. It felt like it was building the world. Like, okay, now they're going. They got the Halle Berrys. They got the.
Yeah, 3 was.
They're building. I know what they're trying to do.
Yeah, like I can't wait for 4. I think they're actually gonna do a 5 also.
Yeah.
He's gonna take down the entire
universe.
It's like that's what I like about John Wick, bro. He's so dope. He's like, oh, the assassins are after me. I'm after y'all.
That's what the story is.
It's got to be because by the end of 3, the High Table and the guy he was working with for the hotel, they both turned on John. And so then they shoot him, and then he falls off. Of course, he gets away. What's his name? Finds him. I am the Bari.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
So, anyways, it's got to be. Are you mad yet? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That's the third one.
Oh, I thought when he's like, people keep asking me, am I back?
Oh, that was that one.
Yeah, I'm back.
No, at the end of that one, they're like, let me ask you a question, John. Are you mad yet? Yeah.
The thing is, they're assassins.
Yeah.
Why y'all keep shooting him in the chest?
No,
Shooting
you got to shoot him. in the head.
There is no armor on the head.
That last one became a video game because they had that suit that he had that could like plink off jackets. He's like, click. I was like, that part because they had explained it was like, this is a super indestructible height. I'm like, okay, but I play video games, bro. I play video games where I've got shot 12 times and he's like, and then I come back to life. I'm not even mad.
And your fingers are still exposed. You'd be like, ah, shit. The top of your head is like if they're the top assassins of the world, they'd be like, you can block
Well,
the top of your
there's
head.
some top assassins like John, and then there's like the guys people hire.
Yeah.
But in that third one or the second one, he had that was a great scene, bro. They're all in like the catacombs, and he's just going out killing cats. And now that I know guns, I'm like, ooh, we got the Benelli, you know. But
What I love about John Wick, he didn't waste no bullets. He was using bullets like it was like uppercuts. He's like shot the stomach, head, knees.
You gotta watch the training videos.
Have him doing it?
Yeah, he's at this place in it's actually in Los Angeles, I think it's in Simi. And it's like a whole you gotta watch because even like when they work on the reload time, how fast they reload, like it's great.
I love if you actually so me being in production, I admire the camera op because they have to be a part of it too. Because you gotta go up, down, hip, swing like that, and you gotta move the camera around. So they are moving.
Yeah,
like,
that's how it works.
And so when it comes to a camera op, for those who don't know, I have a production company and I have a camera op. So what you have to accomplish is you have to know the moves, the dance, and also it's the timing of them actually doing them time. Somebody else needs to control what's in focus. Because to know the dance and go up and down, flip up, and sometimes a lot of CGI they add stuff in it. If it's like you're following an actual bullet, getting shot, shoot somebody in the head. But it is a turn. There's a direction in your head like left, up, down, and it's like when you're teaching it, it's a rhythm. And everyone has to dance on beat, kick, punch, kick, hump, jump, flip. So it's like when I say it's so artistic watching John Wick because they make these one shots like the bike, the motorcycle. I sit down on the green screen. I'm like, dude, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is cinematic gold. Right
Yeah,
here.
no, great. This is a movie. You ever heard Tony Jaa?
Yeah.
He's a Thailand martial artist who specializes in Muay Thai, and he had this movie. I can't remember which movie it was. I think it was this one about the elephant protector.
Yeah.
And there's a shot they did a one shot with him like going through this entire building, and you see him from the time he enters, and I think it's like a 4-minute scene, something like that. And, like it's funny because 4 minutes doesn't sound long.
Yes.
Right. like unless you're like not wrestled, 2 minutes was long. Boxing 3 minutes is forever. So so they're like going up. I'm not like, might have been 7, but I want to say it was 4. Anyways, so he's like going up, you see him keep going up, he keep going up, fighting guys. And by the end of it, you see he's just like, he's exhausted. He's like, you see the guys kind of come up and kind of wait for him to, to fight him back. But the camera guy had to follow him, and they had an American dude who couldn't do it.
Wow.
He was just, I think they did 4 takes total, or maybe they did 3 takes total. They couldn't finish it on the first one, so they gave it to one of the Asian dudes, and he followed the entire thing. But when you saw like behind the scenes, I'm like, because the American dude was gassed.
Yeah.
He's like off the stairs, and he's just like, he's gonna keep up. So yeah, when you see the other guy do it, the one take shot, like it's crazy. Have you ever seen the Raid 2?
I thought you said rape.
The Raid.
Oh, yes, I have.
So the Raid 2 has an amazing one shot when they're like on a highway going through, like you see them pass the camera through the car and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
My man was dressed as the seat.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was dressed as the car seat.
Yeah.
So when you see the seat and then you see the camera pass by, that's the guy. I was like,
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah, they thought of that.
my man was dressed as a car seat. I was like, that whole entire one shot of the Raid 2. When I watch something, you see some one shot, I'm like, ooh, it's a one shot time.
I seen a guy get thrown into a car, the front seat, and then the camera went through the back seat. So he got thrown through the car. The other person jumped in and they started punching him in the front seat. The camera is going through the car, and then another person threw him out the seat. And so it's kind of like it's like a one shot through, but it was like a jib that was kind of pushing through parallel to the fight scene. And then once the person got out, they took the camera off the jib.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I was like,
Ryan Coogler did one in Black Panther, which was great.
Yeah, I
you ever seen Black
Oh,
Panther?
the center. Oh, the scene.
Yeah.
I think about the scene behind the scenes.
Oh no, well I watched the behind the scenes of it, but yeah, when I watched that, he had like his camera online going. I was like, guys are genius, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody had to catch it. And I
Right.
was like,
People don't even acknowledge that. Like, I did be kind of like, how did they keep this as one shot? A lot of times they just kind of like be showing the shoulder of somebody and not be actually cut, kind of like to blend in with the next one. A lot of what y'all doing.
Because you'll see some things like even the quickest blackout.
Yeah.
I'm like, or the words, cameras in black and come back out. I'm like,
Like you ever seen 1917?
No, I didn't.
That's what that whole movie's supposed to be one shot.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Supposed to be one
Right. There's no way.
shot. Yeah, I mean I think they shot like.
There's no camera battery. You gotta be plugged in the entire
You
time.
can do that.
What?
If some cameras have 2 batteries, so if one is dying, you just take it off and it's still working on this one. You just put it on like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they had 37 long takes, and it's super simple to do. They just have somebody walk by, and kind of use that and then just splice that together with the next.
There's no way you can do all that in one take.
No way, unless it's a lot of rehearsal. Oh, there's a movie called Russian Ark. That is literally a whole movie, one take.
But how's it move? Because 1919 was an action movie. Like,
Yeah, it's a like an opera movie. They say most of the production was rehearsing.
yeah, I mean, I believe that if it's like we don't have a lot of movement, we don't have a lot of change. Like I see somebody do a whole one take and look in the streets and all that. And I'm like, I can believe that there's not a plane exploding behind the guy running.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna be a Marvel movie in one take.
Right.
So
yeah, hey man.
yeah. There's a whole green screen behind you, bro. I'm not believing the whole one take unless there's a real plane exploding behind him.
Yeah, it's funny doing when it comes to production, man. I didn't want this life.
Yeah.
I didn't want this life.
This life chose me.
I didn't want this life. My life in a nutshell is I got into production because it was funding me for a while. People start finding out that I have a camera, and it's like, and they're like, hey man, you really good at this. You really good at directing. You really good at holding camera. And in my head, I'm like, I don't want to be known for this. How do I get out of this? Should I keep moving forward? Should I keep learning more about production? Should I keep learning more about the
We're
camera?
in the same boat. That's the same writing.
Yeah.
I wrote for me to do sketches.
Right.
People go like, oh, you're good at this.
Yeah.
And then you have people who hit you up. Can you develop this? You develop that? You go like, hey, y'all want to do some shit with me?
Right. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Last night, one of the actors pulled me to the side. I was like, hey man, you funny dude. Why aren't you in front of the camera? And I was like, oh, don't remind me, bro.
Yeah, that's why you got to teach how to shoot
And how to Dougie.
and how to do it. Was it like this?
No, brother, you gotta brush your hair. You gotta go back.
It's like a luau, right? Was it?
Has anybody literally taught them how to Dougie?
No, man.
That girl was like, teach me how to Dougie. And at the end, nobody said, thank you. Now I know how to Dougie. Now I know. She
You
said,
like this? What do you know?
She said, teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how. No.
It's so funny. You go the same side? No. Somebody's watching the instructional video. You gotta come here, go up here, roll, come back, swivel, come back.
I don't know if Dougie Fresh
roll.
knows how to Dougie.
Oh, Dougie Fresh is the Dougie. That's
No,
why.
but I thought it was a
No, that's what they got it from. Teach me how to Dougie. And then you watch Dougie Fresh and they're like, hey, that's why they ain't got him for the video.
I thought it was I thought that was him doing this, and then they went like this.
No, they might have added it.
Yeah, they might have added a hand.
Some young dude watched some 1888 the show. And they watched it. Oh my god! Always want to learn how to DJ, bro.
Why?
I thought it was the dopest shit ever.
I like it when they blend together.
Bro, when I was listening to Jazzy Jeff for watching, I was like, yo, this is the most amazing thing. It was a magic trick to me.
Right.
And then the way he would make the words break up and talk, and I was like, yo. And I remember I asked my mom for some DJ equipment. I was like, 10 like, you never make money off that. That's not a real thing. I'm like, no. DJ Jazzy Jeff literally does it. And then like DJing was huge, right?
Yeah.
DJ in the 90s?
Yes.
Bro, if I could be a 10-year-old player, like,
Yeah.
hold on, let me.
I'd never touched turntables.
Me neither. I did it once, but it was always like I don't want to break your shit.
Right.
And somebody was showing me, but I wanted to be like Russell Peters.
You can DJ?
Yo, if you ever follow Russell Peters on IG, amazing, bro. Like crazy.
I never understood it. Like, because what correct me when I become wrong. I always thought that it's 2 records playing at the same time, right? And then when you're scratching, you are scratching. Like if I was like shit, I gotta think of a song that I gotta scratch. It was like allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is allow me to introduce. So I'm thinking like this song is playing. What is this one doing? Is it just making the noise and then you're pulling it back to that point?
Yeah. Did you watch the breakdown? The Get Down?
Huh?
You watched the Get Down?
I didn't like the show.
What? You like the Get Down?
I didn't get down with it.
You didn't get down with the Get Down was great. I wish they brought it back.
Yeah, I didn't. The first episode was a lot.
What? The Get Down was great, bro. It was great.
They showed how to do it?
Oh, they explained it perfectly. Like they're talking about Grandmaster Flash because I guess before cats couldn't because the whole thing was like the break, right? Like the break of the song was like the biggest part that people wanted to dance to. And so people, I think it was Grandmaster Flash who had the idea of bringing 2 turntables. So he was like, okay, I can play this one, and then when that song is going, I find the break in this one. So he never stopped the break beat. Because that was the whole thing. Is it's like once that break beat comes in, everybody's like, oh, and then it goes back to the song. And then hip hop was like, fuck the song.
Yeah.
This shit slaps, right?
Yeah.
So he brought the other table. He's like, so why we play the break beat on here? So he had drew a crayon. He had drew like a line where the beat was, and so he would always snap it back to that one spot. So that's how they kind of invented that. So he would switch the things back and forth, and he always had the break. And so when they started scratching, I don't know who first did it, but it was an accident, something like that. So I was like, hey, actually that was kind of dope. And then that's when they started doing that. And then of course the art form from there was revolutionized by DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Really?
Yeah, because he had did like
Is he gonna get that?
he invented the echo, the transformer beat, like the transformer break, where he's like make the noises in the echo of it in the time. Yeah, like that was like one of the biggest things. Like Jazzy Jeff like showed people what you can do on.
But was he gonna get down?
They showed like all the way back to like how it first started, like Grandmaster Flash.
Okay. I was like, why didn't you give him no love?
He came in the late 80s. He came in the late 80s, 90s area where it was just saying that he wasn't the inventor, but he was a guy who showed people like, yo, this is crazy what you can do with this stuff. You know?
You know what anyone has never done? I'm sure someone has done it, but I haven't heard of it. I can't play instruments,
Yeah, me neither.
but I know I could do a beat. So if I made the noise of a drum, of a ding, ding, and if I just did the whole beat with my mouth and then rapped over it, I think I'd be innovative. Right?
Talking about beatboxing?
No, not like. It pretty much is. Right? But it is.
You mean Dougie Fresh has done it all the time? Like a beat with his mouth and then rap over it?
But that's funny. That's pretty much beatboxing. But I'm saying if it sounded like actual instruments versus like I think that sounds like beatboxing, right?
I think it depends on who is it. Because remember that cat? What was his name? Right, because there was like Radio Roxy who ran the Fresh Prince, and there was another dude who was like so great at making sounds. I mean, he had like dropped in a song back in the day. I can't remember his name, but he was like one of those dudes. He was like, that sounds like a guitar, like that. But yeah, if you were talented enough to make musical sounds,
Right.
like that,
like everything, like yo, who's the band? Like that's me. That's my mouth.
Oh, you know who does it well? You always hear about Bobby.
Bobby McFerrin.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bobby McFerrin would do all those things, and you'd be like, yo.
That was his mouth.
Yeah, he did all those noises. The most, like, especially all the Cosby songs. He did all those, and then he did. There's a song I love called "Good Lovin'." Good lovin'. I thought it was a bass line. I thought like he was killing. Bobby McFerrin played a lot of stuff.
Wow. So is that this is a question? So if I take the sounds of a song from the 70s and recreate it with my mouth, is that sampling?
Yes. Yeah.
What if I do it at a different pitch? It's like ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I see what you're playing. You're playing. You're either saying Men in Black or the original. Send me, forget me not.
No, that was on a different tone. I went at a B flat.
Yeah, but it was the same rhythm.
Remember, no,
Nah, man, they did done. We did ding ding ding.
and my homeboy Earl was doing the voice. My homeboy Kiefer.
That shit was 100% pressure. He was like, nah, man, you got it all twisted.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's like, they did ding 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 dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's like, you pay them their money so we can get on with this. Ding 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 ding. Compared to, I just want to steal material. I hate
I'm gonna use that soundbite.
I hate having to be original all the time.
Yeah.
I wish I had zero morals.
With so much music out in the world, it's really hard to be original because it's like, where'd you get this from?
Yeah.
Because even if I was like, if that was a beat, it'd be like, that's a so from 1978. It's like, hey man, why I do? And that's a so from 1978.
Yeah.
Like you got the drum patterns from.
It's funny because in music, sampling works, especially hip hop, because cats didn't have their own instruments and shit, so they sampled a lot. I think the first, like, I know the I should say these are the breaks. What was that? Sugar Hill Gang, their song was made with a band, right? But most hip hop songs are all sampled from older songs. This is what they listen to, right? We'll hear songs now that are sampled from hip hop songs, R&B songs that we listen to.
Right.
I'm like, yo, no, you guys can't sample this.
Right.
I remember when J. Cole used,
Kanye West.
yeah, I was like, no, bro, I was just listening to this like
Right,
last year.
it's
Like,
not that
it's
old.
not that old, fam. You
Yeah.
can't use this.
Yeah,
Work out for me. I was like, you can't.
When I heard Chris Brown do the you never let you know, never wanna let you so.
Yeah.
Never let you know, but it was like it was Michael Jackson who was SWV. Chris Brown had sampled SWV and SWV had sampled Michael Jackson. I was like, dude, I was alive when all these came out. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, it was a difference from like when Snoop and them did Atomic Dog, because it's a whole different sound. It's like, oh, there was a funk, now here's a funk with hip hop. And I'm like, no, you can't remix hip hop with hip hop, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, we're still in this era.
Yeah.
You supposed to go find some old jazz samples, some old country
I
songs.
love samples. As in, like, I love when they break out the sample. Like I heard my homeboy posted, my boy Terrence Dorsey, DJ Dorsey, by the way.
Shout out DJ Dorsey.
Shout out to Dorsey. He had did the dun 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 when he dissected where it came from, the Isaac Hayes song.
Oh, I've seen that.
I was like, yo, I did not know that.
Yeah, I've seen that video of that. He was like, y'all thought this was original. This came from me. It was like, yo. But when I love looking on the back of labels and seeing what stuff came from, the back of albums. You don't look at the back of albums. Where does the production come from? They're all sampled.
Yeah.
Like, they're all sampled.
Yeah, it's really it's so much music in the world for not to be sampled.
I think Outkast was one of the people who had like sampled the least that I've learned. I gotta read this thing again. But I was trying to see, 'cause, James Brown's like sampled the most, and so I was trying to see what groups haven't sampled a lot. But I think it's Outkast got older because Andre started playing his own instruments and stuff like that. I think they wound up sampling the least or something like that early on. Especially the South. I don't know the South samples a lot because they be like big bass, you have no. I think RZA doesn't sample a lot. I gotta go
He
back
does it from like movie sounds.
now. Maybe. Oh, I see what you're saying with a lot of the kung fu movies.
Right.
I love it. But you be like, I never heard this. It sounded like RZA is just banging shit on concrete in New York. He's just walking around. He's like, clang, 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 clang.
So here's another thing. If I recreate the beat with instead of a drum, it is me slapping the toilet. So it's like, but the is like me like flicking an apple. They're like, hey, it's the same rhythm of let's get it on, but you just changed the sound.
Yeah.
So what you say?
I mean, that's an original. Like, it's not an original. It's hard to
I'm
hear.
sure somebody slipped through the cracks.
It's just crazy when you think of like the 60s, right? 50s. There's so much original music, like pure sound we never heard before, right? Or maybe, because I was telling to somebody else that they were saying like TV shows are all rehashed, right? Maybe you talked about this,
Right.
but I was like, a lot of these things are from plays. A lot of these TV shows were from plays. I Love Lucy was from a play they put on.
Right.
Sanford and Son was from a play,
Wow.
in England.
The premise of all of it.
It wasn't called Sanford and Son, it was called something else in Sun maybe, but it was also, yeah, because even when you look at the first episodes of that show compared to the play, the premise was the same. So it was just taken and readapted. But a lot of that stuff that we watched as even what was it? Gunsmoke was one of those. It was a radio program, Same with the Green Hornet, or whatever it was. It was a radio show that they made into a TV show. And a lot of things were old plays that they made into TV shows when TV came around. So it wasn't like things have been super original. Because I also wonder about jazz and some of these other dudes who were around. And by the time we heard the music, because I'm thinking about like Temptations. I'm not to extol anything. I'm not saying that. I'm also just wondering. I wonder if there was something that before a lot of these laws came around. Yeah, I was like, you can do a Shakespeare movie any way you want to. Really? Oh yeah, because there's no copyright from the 1800s. Wow. That's why there's some of those songs. I forget what they're called, common law, common whatever. But you can use Itsy Bitsy Spider anything you want to. Nobody owns that.
So could I literally recreate a Shakespearean movie that someone already made a movie of?
you can do you can't do like verbatim, I guess, of like that's why people use like if you watch the what's somebody did that Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio back in the day, and they use like a modern, but it's the script from yeah. You can use it any way you want to. Like you stole our dialogue. You can do Romeo and Juliet in space. You know, you can do it underwater. You can do any version you want to. No. Nobody owns it. Even though you're like, oh, this is Shakespeare.
How about William Shakespeare?
Nope. He was a smart copyright back in the day.
Is he not a descendant? Do you know any children?
Shakespeare? I have no idea. You don't know any Shakespeare's around.
That's a name that has never.
I bet you that's not his real
caught
name.
on. Really?
Yeah, probably not.
No?
I doubt it.
That sounds very racist though.
What?
Shakespeare. It's like, hey, look over there shaking that spear.
What if William's name was William Spearchucker?
It's like, that's too much.
And he changed it to William Shakespeare. Nah, I'm not chucking it. I'll shake a spear at you. No, I mean, I don't know if his name or not. But yeah, man, you can like, that's why so many people do like those, like I said, Denzel Washington just did Macbeth. Because you don't have to pay anybody for it. The script is written.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
You're
right.
just doing your rendition of it.
Wow.
So anything that's out there that's that old, man, you do that shit. Nobody.
Yeah, I heard the same thing with Winnie the Pooh now. And
Not paying for no writers.
Wizard of Oz.
What?
That you can. There's no.
There's probably a copyright for
Wizard of Oz.
I'm sure.
Anymore. It's part. I don't know the name for
I
it.
think it's called like common something. We've said it before in there because like I know we try to use things so like you can do certain songs like a lot of those kid songs you can use.
Right. Ring Around the Rosie.
Yeah, they don't. Nobody owns those. You know.
Oh, I was talking about it on another podcast, but there's like 6 different verses on McDonald.
What do you mean? It's not just he had a farm of different animals.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like he had butterflies, and he went out there to kind of shield the sunlight from the children. And
What do you mean? Like, oh, McDonald had a butterfly that he had to shield from the sunlight.
that was like the last verse when he starts naming off the
farm animals?
Yeah, he's like, oh McDonald. He was like, oh McDonald woke up and got his so and so, and then it was like it went all like his life.
Who was like, yeah, cut off. That last part is cracking, bro.
And I laughed at the fact that they said he had a farm, as in like,
It's gone now.
is it like the government took it, or is he no longer alive, or did he not pay his taxes? He had. Oh man, remember when McDonald had a farm?
Maybe he would wake up every morning, go get the eggs. Like, we should make a song.
Yeah.
Oh man, but I wonder. I gotta look it up now because you wonder about those things like Ring Around the Rosie was about the Black Plague.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm wondering like, what was Old McDonald's thing?
He was an old homeless man on the ground, and he told people about the story. Hey, oh McDonald, tell me what we said. Oh, we had
chickens.
and they say, what? They laugh like
He went-
like, oh McDonald, you're crazy.
And it's funny, man, because Izzy loves singing. Because now she'd be like, oh, McDonald had her. Yeah. And you're like, duck. No, cow. And you're like, okay. But now that those songs, bro, they just go on forever. The Wheels on the Bus.
Yeah.
That's why when she watches all these YouTube videos and they just keep making these songs. Like we can go do our own versions of a kid song. You know what I mean? They all do it. Fun fact.
Fun fact. Ready?
Yeah. Is it a lactic fact?
Oh no, I didn't get this.
Fun fact. Okay.
Can you guess what is the biggest viewed video on YouTube?
Yeah. I have no idea. Some kind of Charlie bit my finger or something. Somebody's Justin Bieber or something.
Justin Bieber's very close. He's in the top 3.
Yeah.
Top 10, I mean. But I'll tell you, but I'm gonna get the actual number. Baby Shark
Makes a ton of sense.
is the biggest song.
Izzy still loves Baby Shark.
Yeah.
It's gonna be used forever because kids keep coming
Yeah,
up.
and they keep doing different. The writers of Baby Shark recreated their own song with different lyrics. Yeah. Like, no.
I seen them do a monkey, nana, nana. I seen different things. Trying to find that new hot one. They didn't even take a new song. It's the same beat and everything.
If you eat off of it, do you change it? Do you switch up? Do you switch up your audience? If your first hit, you become an immediate millionaire. Do you switch it up, or do you be like?
Let me tell you what. If I did, we will rock you. I would have we will smack you. We will beat you. I would have every version of we will remix. We will block you. I would have every
different versions, because it's hard to be like, because if you're eating off of that song, now you're torn off of that song, and then. Because immediately in this time in this age, people are going to be like, "Hey, Good Morning America, Chaz, do the song again. Hey, BT, let's do the song again." Hey,
I would have a food show where we will chop you. I'd be teaching football players. We will block you. I would be doing all kind of versions of.
what's next for you?
We're currently working on We Will Talk You. It's a talk show that I'm doing.
For people that don't have socks, we will sock you. We will put socks on your feet.
Yeah, we got a lot of things coming.
Up. Are you gonna recreate it? Are you gonna do a different song?
No.
It is at 10 billion views as of 2020.
They gotta be the richest people on earth. Pink Fong, that's what that is. Pink Fong, that's like their brand of like.
she's being racist.
No, that's their brand when you hear it. Like, come on, Pink Fong, and it's like this little fox.
Oh boy.
And then these are Asian people who did it. I believe Asian of some sort. I don't know what. Asian country. But yeah, there's a little fox, and then man, it's just genius. I know way too much about them. So I kept looking up like, fuck.
And I'm sure. Ready for this? I'm sure Steven Spielberg's cinematographer, score. What's that score? What's the guy who scored the film? That's literally like
Hans Zimmer or something.
Woo, I know he's like, yo, you need to come off of that.
But I don't think they sell that song.
What do you mean?
They don't sell the song.
It's on soundtrack. It's on Jaws soundtrack.
Right. But they don't sell that song. Baby Shark. I don't think there's a thing where you sell that song.
But you sampled it.
Right. But you can't make. They're not
They
making
make money off YouTube.
Oh, that's true. YouTube will take that sample away.
Right. I'm sure he has to get money because that's literally.
But I also think there's an amount of songs you can use before YouTube won't take it down because we know there's a limit. Because when we're always singing on there or something, there's like a limit where you can use before YouTube will be like, oh, you can't. Now you're taking something.
Right.
Well, I think it's even the same with TV. It's like maybe 4 or 5 seconds to a song you can sing before. Because we've done that a couple times also. That we had to be like, yeah, it's our anniversary. That's about all you can do.
Yeah. Brisha, she knows she can sing.
I didn't know that.
She had it was I can't think of what song she was singing, but she was just singing it just mocking the person. They flagged the video because she sounded exactly like the actual song. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That they can like being on the same rhythm and sounding exactly like the artist. They're like, yeah, you can't use this because of the
Unless you do it on the Regals now or something like
cocaine.
that or cocaine.
What is that?
I'm all about trying to find something that'll go viral for kids, bro. It just makes sense.
Because you know, I keep telling you, we talk about it. What's the future?
Yeah, the future. What's the new pacifier?
If you create something for children, it's always gonna be new children.
Yeah. That's true.
And Baby Shark's gonna be for a long time, man.
It's so fucking catchy. And there's a whole dance to it and they learn it and it's adorable.
Yeah.
And then it drives you crazy.
Yeah.
Remember here for Izzy's first birthday, you were taking a picture and she was kind of like not interested. You played Baby Shark. She was like,
I'll be in here.
she was like, she was slowly like, all right.
Here we go. I'm fine with this.
And I was like, man, that's her turn up song, bro. It was like, it's the dun for me. That's her Baby Shark. She'd be like,
I remember that Baby Shark, but you guys.
That's my baby shark. You be like, Jazz, how can you're at church?
How did you feel? How did you feel when they
Back that prayer up. Somebody would do that. I'm sure that's happened.
How did you feel about the vacuum?
You know what? I wonder how much money they got. I didn't hear this whole song, but I was like, that's funny.
Yeah,
but they had to get crazy
because he knows that is a black anthem.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's like, I'm not touching it. They got Mia X on there randomly. At the very end, they had Mia X at the end.
They did an entire song.
Yes,
that's funny. I wonder. I get like and it's funny just how they looked. It was like, oh, it was kind of sad.
Yeah,
but
did you do it? If you financially struggling, do you take that check?
There's nothing I'm not doing when I'm financially struggling. Because, like, I feel like people. This doesn't make sense to me. Where you choose not more, over money.
Right. I got to feed my family, man.
Like, I don't have a thing where I go, I would like, I'm selling out. I go like, I'm buying in, guys.
Dude, I mean, you have to look at it like this. If you created Titanic, all right, everyone dies at the end except Rose, right? And they're like, this is a cinematic gold right here. Jazz, you are a genius.
Yeah,
because of this right here, because of this script and this movie, you will forever be hired in Hollywood.
Thank you.
Could you do a Titanic 2, please?
Absolutely.
What is your angle at this?
The Iceberg's Revenge.
He got his first revenge. He's the villain in the first
Titanic. That's when they made a movie where the iceberg's the villain. I've never seen Titanic, but the boat's it's the ghost of Titanic. I don't know. I'm doing something. Yeah, you know what I would do? I would do a movie about Rose's grandchildren, okay, who are trying to find. Is there something about like a necklace somewhere in that movie?
Yeah. Well, you haven't seen it, right?
I had something falls to the bottom.
So the whole movie was, we heard that there was a diamond that was in the Titanic, and we seen a picture that Jack had drew of you. You had the diamond on you. We want to hear your story. So she's like, yeah, and she told us the story of the Titanic. She was like, so when the ship went down, I lost it, and then it's like, oh man, damn, we gotta find it. So at the very end, she was like, I still had it the whole time. And she said, she threw it in the water, as in like,
she threw the diamond in the water.
Yeah, it was like this very unique, one of a kind.
Was she rich?
No.
What? How much is that diamond? Anybody know?
It was like up to $1 billion.
Oh, she was senile. That story probably never happened. It probably never happened. Any of that. You're some senile old lady because you're not throwing a diamond in the water.
Yeah. It was a necklace, and it was just like, she was like,
I'm like, Grandma, you're crazy. What are you doing?
What is my water like? Thank you, Grandma.
She really throws it in the water. That's so stupid.
She was like, this is the only thing of Jack that I remember, and I don't want nobody to mess with that. So through the whole movie, they were searching for it. It was like, was around his area? It was around his area. So they were searching, and on the boat, she was telling the story of it. And he was like, all right, guys, we can't find it. We're gonna go back. And then everybody left. She said, she threw it back in the water.
Wait, you had it for all these years, and she threw it back in the water.
After the guy was interviewing him, she was telling the story.
So wait, did she look? Like, where were they looking for
where the Titanic sunk? So they were in the Titanic. The boat was underwater.
Right.
So the whole movie, they had like a robot in the water.
Oh, okay.
Stuff. And then she's like, oh, I remember that. And they start telling that part of the story. She's like, oh, I remember. This is when so she's like, you can look over there to see if it was over there. So she was like navigating through what happened in the movie. Then when the movie went over, she's like, oh, I guess we gotta find it. Maybe somebody had it on them.
So she said, this is the part where Jack helped me and I did this on the phone.
Yeah, it was creepy. It was creepy crazy because they did like, because they showed like a wide shot of the remains of the Titanic, and it was like all with a whole bunch of seaweed and sewage, green stuff, and then they like reimagined like onto the boat, like it became real. So you see all these people walking around, I was like, just to see, like, they don't know that in a couple hours that you're gonna be up on this whole ship's gonna be in the water.
Right.
So it showed the remains of it. And it was like, let's go back to 1920 when it happened. It was like, and everybody's like, this is about to be the greatest ship ever. I was like, oh god, oh my god, they don't know.
They had no idea.
It's like a camera showing us right now, like right here, showing us right now, talking like, yeah, we having a good time. And then the meteor is like 15 minutes away from right here.
And then you're doing a podcast.
Talking about it.
Right. Yeah. That sounds cool. I remember like when that movie got like 97, 98.
Right.
I remember not watching it because I was like, okay, you can watch Titanic or you can watch Matrix, Wild Wild West, and it was 3 hours. I was like, I'm not watching that.
It's a great movie, man.
I'm sure
it's a great movie.
But now as I go, like, I know more about it now from hearing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over the years, I feel like I've seen it. I feel like the song was done to death.
Yeah. It literally is Romeo and Juliet.
It's almost everywhere.
Romeo and Juliet. Leonardo DiCaprio was Romeo and Juliet twice.
Yeah, I didn't see Romeo and Juliet either. So
the Commodore that snuck on the Titanic. The Commodore he had won a bunch of money, snuck on this Titanic. Wasn't supposed to be there, and he just fell in love with this woman. He was like, why are you talking to this steerage worker?
It sounded boring. Now, if it was a movie about like the iceberg is trying to get us, well, let's get it first, or there was like a killer whale,
but you see the elements coming. You see it was like you see the iceberg way up ahead, like you see in the background. So you'll see it coming. It's like, make sure you keep this nozzle to the left. So you like, we don't want to hit that, and then you'll see like it's slow, like you see like it start to cure right, and then the captain's like, how we doing? So we're doing good, and the guy never looked at it. So that has been the villain the whole movie. So throughout the love story, you start to see like, it's coming. So that was the leering like, oh my god, it's about to happen. And then somebody wakes up like, oh my god, but they're too far this way because it was land and iceberg. So they're like, are we gonna hit? And everybody's like, lean. And everybody's like, this is like halfway through the movie, so they got you right now. So they're like, lean. And it was like this, if this iceberg, it was like far, like going this way, they're like, lean. So the whole time they get like right here, and it was like, and it just like cut the whole bottom of the boat. And everybody's like, we good? And everybody's like, we good. But the bottom of the boat was filling up. So now it's like midway through the movie. So now it's like, what do we do? It's like, we should be good, guys, because the bottom of it was made for this. The water's gonna fill up, but it started getting heavy. So the water's going like pulling the ship down, and it slowly start coming up into the boat. And everybody's like, go up. Now the workers who was in the bottom of the boat, they're like, do y'all save us? But this is where we sleep. And they're like, they're gonna stay down there. We can't have y'all up here in the rich. Like, we rich, so we stay. So it was like, this was like the battle of the boat.
You're telling me I can't come up and say,
like, and I'm the one who put the
Let me tell you what. They're like, hey, you guys gotta do X, Y, and Z, and if you do this, we might get to save the boat. I go, or I can get in one of the rowboats and get out of
They
here.
didn't think it's gonna, because they just, because it was prepared. If the water comes in,
I would have been on top. Like, y'all did it. Y'all good job, guys. You left us. Let me tell you guys, when there's a chance of imminent death or to save myself, I'm choosing to save myself. I have a whole family. We're supposed to be back in 3 months. Or whatever that is.
I'm telling you, there was a villain that was upset at their relationship. He handcuffed Leonardo DiCaprio in the water down so he can drown. Dang. So he said, you will not have that girl, my soon-to-be wife. He handcuffed him in, so the water was filling up. Rose like, where's Jack? Where's Jack? He's like, he's down. Last time I seen him downstairs. So she went underwater unhooked them. Now they're trying to get back up to beat the water the whole time.
So she dove under freezing water.
Yes. Yeah, great movie, man.
And nobody got hypothermia.
It should have been several times. No, I'm trying to tell you, the movie is I'm selling you the movie. So then the boat was getting filled, so now the boat doing this because it's bottom heavy.
Okay.
So
That's
now,
terrifying.
Yeah, now everybody's pulling this way. But the fact that it's so much weight on this side, it slams back this way. So now it goes down like this, and that's going up, and now, but it's so heavy, it breaks, and now everybody slams on here. But they still get pulled down because electric and all that stuff. So now they gotta go right back up under again. But then it's a suction of water because you man, guys, it's an awful
Not the movie, just saying that.
to be a part of.
Yeah,
And this is halfway through the movie.
If people think it's big ass cruise ship, I'm like, not me. I know what happened.
You can't survive a boat or a train. We already told you that.
Yeah, man.
Train or plane.
Here's the thing, dog. I'm not doing this women and children first. Unless it's my women and children. You know?
Only-
Yeah, y'all get in there. Then I gotta sock out somebody else's woman and child. I'm not in the room. And then I'm letting the letters on. You know what I mean? No, I'm not doing
We
it.
be having the guy try to sock. I'm like, bro, stop.
He just knocks me off the boat.
Hey, I understand, brother. I understand you're scared, but you got to
Stop being irrational.
You just hit them like, Chaz, seriously, dude. We got to do women and children.
Are you done?
Okay, so how many children we go first? Oh, God.
So did they have like rafts and rowboats to go on? Did they have a lot of them?
Not for everyone. So they said women and children first.
That doesn't make sense to me. Here's what I hate about planes also. Why can't I have a parachute on this plane?
Where's it going?
I'm holding my parachute.
Where is it going?
What are you talking about?
Where's it at?
What?
The plane. I mean, the parachute.
In my arms.
How are they handing them out?
I'm bringing my own parachute.
So where do you purchase a parachute?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Parachute store.
And it's a chance. It's a weapon. Essentially,
How?
if you pull it in the plane,
As long as it's not hitting the pilot, we're good. Well, I'm not gonna stewardess. Oops.
it's like saying having a knife. As long as I'm hitting the pilot, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, a parachute shoots out.
I'm aware.
They don't need you to have that on the plane.
I need to have it because if the plane goes down, parachute. Everybody should have a parachute.
No, they're all weapons.
Everybody should have a parachute so I don't have to die in a plane crash. When that plane goes down, you're just dead.
Or you can possibly jump out right when it hits. You want to jump out.
I don't know. I always thought about that. Like in the water, I'm like, that never works. You're never gonna time it right. Where you don't go flat on the ground. There's no way you time it right.
Yeah.
There's no, is a big explosion gonna happen?
Because you're thinking, if I push gravity from the ground, I can jump out. But the problem is, it's going down.
Yeah.
So when you jumping, because that's how you push energy to jump off the ground.
Yeah.
But if the ground is going down, you're just gonna be like,
There's no way.
I ain't going nowhere.
You're breaking everything if you survive. Like there's people who jump out of plane, they'll survive. You know, like the parachuters, and they like somehow they live. They're shooting it open.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not likely to be that lucky that nothing.
And the fact that you have never practiced this.
Yeah.
You're thinking, are we gonna survive? Is this possible? God, you're like, Jesus, my children are still in the seatbelt.
Bro, if it's like the plane's crashing, we're falling, and you know it's falling, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I'm like,
This is like a 16-second fall. So you don't have time to really think.
Get on my phone.
You're like,
Everybody's screaming around you.
And it's like air man. You're like, is the pilot gonna take care of this? Like, is he good?
You got a parachute. I'm like, what's the chances of you surviving a plane crash? Oh, yeah, the pilot's like, all right, so things went awry, and we're not gonna be able to make it, and I'll see you guys later.
Hey, what if the pilot was like, we're going through a little turbulence. Everything's totally normal. We're gonna give you a little oxygen for people. You see him jump like, hey,
He's got one of the squirrel suits.
Is that the pilot? You're like, is that the stewardess? We all like just like, we gotta be calm. Like, hey, just do what he say.
Look, if people jump out of planes, right? Maybe these airliners go too fast. But I'd rather take my chance jumping out of a plane with a parachute than with the ground. Like I'd rather take why can't the plane have a parachute?
Why can't the plane have an airbag?
A giant encasing a bubble. Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Yeah, but you know what? People will go, it's too expensive to do. These airline companies rather you crash. It's cheaper to buy a new plane, pay some people, than to install these safety procedures. No, these planes be 30 years old.
Yeah.
Like why am I?
Right.
Like there's technology now. Cars like, well, people are dying in these steel cars. They don't have a crumple zone. Where's the crumple zone on a plane?
Yeah.
I'm not. No.
You need an airbag.
You need a giant poof bubble.
Yeah.
And you guys just go rolling.
Yeah,
like a hamster cage, and you're just rolling around.
Right. At least, like, I don't know if it should be the front of the thing or up under.
Yeah.
Up under. Just gives us a softer crash.
It would have a hard impact.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, it's gonna be a hard impact.
Yeah.
But if I have a ball,
Yeah.
boom, you go back.
We go like, boom, and then the airbag busts. And like that.
Somebody's got to be testing this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I was also like, why doesn't a parachute? Why doesn't a plane have a big ass parachute?
Wow.
Like why
Yeah.
not? Why
Yeah.
not? Like 18, whatever how many parachutes it takes, they can make
Wow.
a giant parachute when it's going down. You already
Wow.
know. But it takes you, it's gonna land you safer than everybody other way.
We will all have whiplash.
We would have horrible whiplash.
Like on the count of three, he had to say like, count of three, here we go. 3,
Brace
2,
yourselves.
and then because that jack would break a nose or something.
Yeah.
Because you're fixing on
Better than breaking my body in an explosion.
So as of today, Chaz and Dion came up with a great idea. Planes should have parachutes
Yep.
and airbags.
Yep.
If it has worked for the past 20 years, not on cars, but when it comes to parachutes, but when it comes to
Or, you know, in Jurassic Park, where they have the latest ones that have that little bubble, they have that ball there. That's how I want my seat to be.
Oh.
I should be able to eject from there, poof, parachute the way down in my little encased bubble, which is actually probably more sanitary anyway, so I'll share it with a bunch of people in my little bubble.
wow.
That's probably really expensive to do.
Yeah, I was saying, how much would you mind if plane tickets were $1,000 because of that?
Well, they're damn near $1,000 now.
Well, $2,000 then.
Like first class, like 10 grand,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Hey, just-
if I had the money, like if it was like, all the first class seats have these amazing technology, I would be like, well, I can't travel without this.
Yeah.
First class seat was safety.
Right.
It's like, oh man, only 90% of people survive plane crash.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, you know, in the business that we can travel a lot.
Yeah.
So I think about that all the time. So I'm like, I don't want to be the guy who dies in a plane crash. Sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm glad they have co-pilots.
Yeah.
Because they always talk about like if one of them go down, I'm like, I think stewardess need to know how to.
Everybody.
Yeah.
They're just like, don't worry, I got 12 hours.
Yeah. Because I've seen several movies when the co-pilot was like the up in the air was like a freeze. It's like a handcuff yourself. And it's like, oh damn. He's like, everyone, prepare yourself for. I don't know. Give him that accent.
Did we pick a name yet? Are we gonna go like Ronnie Chaz? I don't know if we had votes. We did it on live.
We did not. I like Macaroni and Jazz.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's
Because there's no way somebody can steal that.
Man, forget the damn podcast. We're now Macaroni and Chaz cast.
And I will create a logo.
Yeah.
So that will be the first on there.
You can do that?
What?
Create a logo for
Yeah.
it? Oh, I forget that Dion has 100,000 talents and drawing is one of them.
Macaroni and Jazz.
I'm so sick of people are. It doesn't make sense. It's not fair.
Yeah. But I look at it like this. I got nothing.
It's not, bro, it's not fair when these people are good at everything.
Hey man, I try a lot of stuff. I don't like to limit myself. I can't do it. But I also don't like to keep moving forward on the 100% of the talent, and that's the problem. Like I'm good enough of just a lot of stuff. Like, hey man, since you know how to film, you should learn Adobe Premiere. You should learn how to do motion graphics. I'm like, slow down. It's like I'm not doing it. Hey, since you can draw, you should learn how to do charcoal and painting. I'm like, oh,
That's a lot. That's a lot.
So yeah, you can rap. Maybe you should drop an album. I'm like, I should, but
you did.
A lot of energy. Yeah, well, feature my friends.
Yeah, you did.
But it takes a lot, man. And I'm a trash person for not fully finalizing my a talent. I should say, not my talents, but a talent in singular. And I could also that one talent could elevate the rest of them.
Yeah, I stopped trying to do a bunch of things. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I'm just like, dude, I'm not gonna go try to write every day, try to go act, try to go do this, and then go do stand up. But like, it's one thing will lead you to everything. Right. You know, I was like, it's become such a toll when you're trying to do 1,000 things. And, but once you have some things rolling, then you can do everything.
Yes.
Put things in places and people in places.
Seasons.
Yeah. All right, we
Macaroni and jazz.
talked a long time.
Long time, man.
If we had to be 3 hours.
Yeah, we got to combine 2 and 1.
Yeah.
But we love you guys.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys for
I mean, we enjoy laughing and talking.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
8-hour podcast coming.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, man.
Toodaloo.